Shackbaggerly. Shackbaggerly.
Shackbaggerly. Hello, and welcome to the very first Shackbaggerly podcast. My name is Katie Johnson, and in a moment we'll be joined by my good friend Howard Middleton from the Great British Bake Off. We both enjoy old cookery books and the wonderful wording within, and it was after seeing that Mrs. Beeton not only recommended cooking pasta for 1 hour 45 minutes, but also noted potatoes as, and I quote, suspicious, that the idea of Shackbaggerly was born. The name Shackbaggerly is an adjective describing anything left in a loose, disorderly manner, which sums us up quite nicely, as wherever we start, we always end up elsewhere. Howard and I began chatting about another prominent cookery author, Elizabeth Craig, and the book Cookery Illustrated and Household Management, in particular, the section on entertaining without a maid.
Honestly, I don't know how people manage without a maid. When entertaining at breakfast without a maid, have the table set with a bright breakfast cloth, a bread and butter plate and a knife and fork for bacon and eggs, and a butter knife for each. If grapefruit be served, have it at each place with a pointed spoon on the side before announcing breakfast. Do you announce breakfast?
Well, to be honest, I do, because normally Glyn is upstairs if he's, I don't know what he's been doing, and I'll shout. Well, I won't shout because it'll be a bit loud, but I'll go, "It's ready," or "Breakfast is ready." So if you can class that as being announced, then the answer is yes. But I have to say, I can't remember the last time I did grapefruit, but I remember those little spoons that you could, proper
Yes.
little ones. I remember those because Mum and Dad had them in the drawer.
And I always thought that they were quite dangerous because you use them for sort of cutting into the grapefruit, but then as you try to put it in your mouth, you've got this serrated edge going in your mouth as well, haven't you? It's not, I don't think it was properly thought through, that.
No. I can't believe that though, isn't it? So I don't know. Would you want a maid in your life? We went on honeymoon. We were very fortunate. Went to beautiful Mauritius, gosh, years and years ago, and they give you over there. I mean, it sounds really grand, and please don't think we are, but a servant for while you're staying. And really, what it was is somebody to look after you while you're there. It was a lovely gentleman. And he would do everything for you if you wanted. So he would unpack your suitcase, for instance. I thought, oh, I don't know. Because it's round your smalls, or perhaps not so smalls. So I thought, no, thank you anyway, but we'll do that, unpack those. And then he would do your washing if you wanted. Well, again, it's back to that, but maybe not maybe not the smalls. And then he would come in at night, and he would lay out your bed, and I think he'd have got in, to be honest, just to make sure you were comfortable. Is your tog right? I don't know. So we really didn't use them a lot because it's a bit uncomfy, isn't it? So I don't think I would cope. And you know when you see the likes of Downton Abbey on the telly, the ladies who are waiting to be dressed, and the fellas, why can't you dress yourself? I've never understood that, H.
No, I think it's, I mean, I suppose there are certain things, if you've got, I mean, I don't wear anything that's got a zip up the back or buttons up the back or anything like that, but I suppose there are things that are a little bit awkward to put on. But usually you'd just get somebody else, your partner or a friend to help in that respect, wouldn't you? But yeah, I remember the nearest I think we came to having a servant was when we went on a cruise. We went around Italy and Croatia on one of the cruise ships, and it was we hadn't been able to afford a really nice cabin, so we had a kind of shared butler or whatever who was doing the whole of that corridor, and again, I think they would have sort of taken things out of your suitcase and so on. And at this point, I was just so disappointed by the fact that it basically looked like something from a kind of motorway service station. The room was not a nice room. But then they went through the whole rigmarole of whilst you were at dinner, they would put clean towels out for the following day and arrange them in the shape of things like a monkey or a rabbit or something. So that I mean, I can well imagine that people would get back to their rooms or cabins or whatever they're called and think, oh, how lovely, we've got a monkey on the bed today. Uh, but uh, I thought, oh, haven't they got better things to do than arrange a monkey and put chocolates on your pillows as well, which
Or mince.
yeah is
It's isn't it? It's either a mince or and when I say mince, I mean mints, not
yeah not a plate of mince.
ready for a spag bol before you go sleep. No, I couldn't be doing that. I'd be hopeless. The thing is, though, you said you don't have, what was it, something that's difficult to put on. We see you're not not a woman age, because
No,
the
no,
hardest thing for
well
us
spotted.
girls is the bra. And
Ah,
yeah, I know this is a whole new world for you, but see, a lot of women with longer arms can connect it at the back, but there's a lot of us with short arms that we have to fasten it and then we turn it round to then put it on. Yeah, and it's
oh
even
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but
Can you imagine?
it's worse when you come out of a shower or a bath. But then you see, would you want then somebody to help you do that? No, the answer's no. Not even
No, I
not
don't think so.
no, not even
No.
if it was a Tom Cruise, and I couldn't be doing with that. Yeah. So we've established that both of us are right at the bottom, lower class there, right in the bowels of the ship that you were. Did you have a window in your
Yes,
room?
yes, we did. I think we did pay for a window. Yes.
You pay for a window.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely, because it does. There is a sort of pecking order, isn't there? It's a bit like the Titanic. That if you're completely below the sea level, then I don't think you do get windows. So we paid to be at least on that level where you could have a window, but not on the level where you'd got a nice balcony or anything like that.
So
No.
so you didn't look out onto an aquarium type
No,
scenario.
no, we just looked out onto sea, and you do spend an awful lot of time looking out onto sea, which I don't mind, but I do like a sort of bit of fresh air as well, rather than just being looking out on a window. I mean, it must be terrible for people who've been kind of trapped during COVID on cruise ships and things like that. It's
Yeah.
like,
What was it called? Was
God,
it the Diamond? Was it the Diamond Princess that was the one we were? Remember,
was it?
made
I
all the
don't know.
news. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not. I don't know if I'm meant to be very good on a cruise, to be honest.
No, I must admit we'd done little yachts, kind of Turkish goulettes and things like that, where you've there's about 10 or 15 people on, and they were lovely. I loved that. Apart from the first time I was dreadfully seasick, but um, but yeah, on a cruise ship, I thought, well, to a certain degree, you wouldn't actually even know you were at sea. It literally is like a big floating hotel. So it loses the kind of magic of being out on the ocean for me.
So you wouldn't do it again?
No, I don't think so. No, no, I'd happily go on a boat again, but I don't know where I'm going on this boat.
Was it on a boat in lake? Would you be rowing?
I had a little run round because I do a bit of running,
Mm.
and I ran round. We've got a park that used to have a boating lake, but then they took the boats out, so it's just a lake now because it's not. They don't do any boating. But I was running around this morning and I accidentally kicked a duck. And
Hey?
it's like, I thought, yes, I thought, I've never known that before. There's sort of ducks and things get in your path, but normally, if anybody is moving towards them, they would get out of the way, sort of flap their feathers and just make a lot of duck-like noises. But I felt my foot on the side of this duck, and I was telling my mum about it, and she said, well, perhaps it was deaf. So I thought, I feel even worse now that I've accidentally kicked a disabled duck.
I did think, was it dead, not death?
Oh, no. No, it was still alive, but obviously quite, I would imagine, a little stunned.
Oh, bless him.
But
He'll be saying,
yeah.
you'll see, he'll be saying, do you know who I was kicked by? Howard Middleton off the Great British Bake Off. He'll be living on that story now.
Well, as I went round again, I was looking and I'm thinking I actually can't recognise which duck it was. But I thought I don't know whether I can tell whether it looks injured or indeed whether it's got some of its duck-like colleagues to exact revenge on me or something. You know, that's the one that kicked me.
I don't think they've got duck-like colleagues. What's the group of ducks called? I wonder. Hang on, I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah,
Group of
yeah,
ducks.
yeah.
Group
Group of
of
ducks.
groups of crows. Groups of everything. Here you go. You can have a flock, so you'd imagine, but also you can have a
Yeah,
herd. A herd of ducks.
herd of ducks. All right.
Mm.
It's a murder of crows, isn't
Yeah,
it? I
that's it.
think.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
And a bike of
But,
bees. I didn't know
a what?
a bike of bees.
Like of bees.
Hmm A
Oh.
family of sardines and a glaring of cats.
Oh. Yes.
What do you think
Can
it?
you ride a bike, Katie?
What, yes, I can.
You said a bike of bees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't mean
Oh.
biker bees as in little leather jackets and little glasses and little leather helmets.
Butch bike of bees.
Bike.
Yeah.
I can ride a bike. I used to ride to school a mile there, a mile back. Yeah, did.
Did you?
My sister can't ride a bike to this
No, I
day.
can't.
Oh,
I've never been able. No, I've never been able to get the hang of the balance thing. Yeah, it's
oh.
at some point, I suppose. I mean, I have ridden a bike with stabilizers or a three-wheel bike when I was much younger, but you get to an age in life where you sort of look a bit foolish if you can't ride a two-wheel bike, don't you? I think.
We can get one of
But
those tricycle things with a basket on. You could have one of those.
I still don't know where I'm going. You've got me on a boat going nowhere, and now I'm on a three-wheel bike.
What do you think is called rumours? A lot of rumours. What's that called? The noun. I've got it here. A
A
nest.
rumor of
No, a nest of
oh,
rumours.
a nest of
A
rumors.
nest of rumours.
Oh, so these aren't just collective names for animals and things. Then you can have groups of inanimate objects
It's the
or concepts or something.
well, it's the only collective noun that's not related to animals that I'm looking at. But I just think,
Oh,
can you imagine that a nest of rumours? That would make a great Agatha Christie title, wouldn't it?
yes, a nest of rumors. I bet. I, do you know? I bet she was kicking herself that she didn't have time to write that. But she,
ITV3, it'll be on now. In an afternoon, it will be Agatha Christie and a nest of rumours.
oh yeah. You see,
Walruses.
they always had servants on Agatha Christie, didn't they? You
Yeah.
know, sort of. Yeah.
Well, Sherlock
But
Holmes, wasn't it? Watson was his, really, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't know whether Watson was. I mean, it depends upon the interpretation. I've never actually read the original book, so I wouldn't know. But when you look at the kind of BBC adaptation, they're more like sort of grudging friends, aren't they, rather than. But I suppose that's because it's being brought more up to date, and Sherlock Holmes doesn't actually need someone who can help button his, well, not his bra, but anything at the back.
Did you used to watch Upstairs Downstairs as you were growing up?
Oh yes, I
Love
loved
that.
Upstairs Downstairs. But I remember there was one particular episode where I think it was I can't remember who turns up at the door to announce that somebody's died in on the Titanic, and I found that quite well. Clearly, it's I think it's Lady Marjorie or something. Is it Lady Marjorie who died on the Titanic?
I can't
I
remember.
don't know. Can't you? Oh, it had obviously had a profound effect on my nan was actually born in 1912, which I always think, oh, that's the same year as the Titanic. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But was it Mrs. Bridges?
Oh yes. I used to love. So she was Angela Baddeley, wasn't she? Sister of Hermione Baddeley. So yeah.
Get you with your memory. So
Well, no, the Baddeley sisters were quite famous as sort of stars of stage and screen. Yeah, so I love old names like Hermione Baddeley and things like that, and Ambersine Philpotts and a teeny sailor, Brenda de Banza.
have you made those up? Have you just made
No,
those
no,
up?
they're real names. Yeah, they're real names of actresses. Yeah, Ambersine Philpotts, a teeny sailor,
Hang
Brenda de
on.
Banza.
No, a teeny sailor was on that cruise ship that you went with on Croatia.
She was
That was who was looking after you.
putting out the chocolates.
Or the mince with a spag bowl. And Howard was right. It was indeed Lady Marjorie Bellamy, her brother Hugo Talbot Carey, and his wife, widow Marion Worsley, who perished in the sinking of the Titanic. And the person who announced it was Miss Roberts, who was travelling to America with Lady Bellamy as her lady's maid. If you would like to get in touch, our email address is podcast@theshackbaggerly.co.uk. Thank you for listening and hope you can join us again next week.